Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Cancer. If Cancer is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a reading for you. It's a horoscope for you. I forgot what the intro was. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, and our card tonight is the Fool card, which is definitely the energy. This is my last reading for the night, and it's a bonus reading. Let me just say that. It's also a bonus reading for Cancer. But yeah, we have that Fool energy. I am fully, I had a migraine all day. It finally subsided, and I'm in that kind of after, that after haze. All right, let's see. We have some really interesting formations already. I have a nice ship, maybe a ship of fools. One of my favorite motifs, by the way. I love the artwork of those. And if you have not subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. Okay. So I feel like in this, I'm looking at this. Okay, so we have an arrow, right? And this is in the emotional, kind of into the metaphysical, but I see it kind of loop us right around here to the bottom, right down here. And we have a volcano coming out of the metaphysical. We also have a little butterfly and we have a rose. Definitely reminds me of like a kind of almost very hermetic symbolisms going on here. But I do feel like we have the volcano. So I do think there is lots of fire energy on the verge of really erupting into your life. And I think it is kind of this profound spiritual event, but it's kind of those tremors, right, before. And kind of like, you know, you would think of like going into labor, those the contractions that start coming even days before, letting you know, hey, something is really, you know, about to pop off here. And I feel like it really, I mean, it seems like it is going to be something, something that feels almost like it is almost uncanny. It's extraordinary feeling, but you have to be in that full mode of kind of, and I know maybe you think the Fool is not clarity, but to me it is, because there are not the, you're not confined to the conditioning or the like trying to logic things out. It is, things just come as they are, you know, because there are not judgments placed on them. The Fool is just kind of experiencing things as they do. Okay. And so I feel like as this thing really begins to reveal itself, and I say reveal because we have that rose, and the rose to me is very much akin to the mysteries. And as they go from the bud, which is a mystery that has not been revealed yet, into an open flower, and it has exposed its petals, so then we are initiated into those deeper understandings. And I feel like, you know, through this process of something really coming through to you, you know, if this is kind of a spiritual download, if this is some kind of high strangeness or a deep revelation, dreams, visions, synchronicities, whatever it is, I feel like this is something that is going to kind of grab you and shake you to the core. Okay, you are not expecting this. This is something that is going to really shake things up for you, I think, emotionally, spiritually, and it will kind of, not unlike the lava, right? It will flow down into your material life, your mundane life, your waking life. Okay, so I feel like this really will have a profound effect on you. Now, it really is kind of up to you. How are you going to deal with this? Right? And so then we have that butterfly, which, we know it's metamorphosis, it's transmutation, it is self-evolution. We see it it's right on the cusp of the emotional and the spiritual. So I do think that this is going to be a time where you are really focused on the interior work. And making use of this event, even if it does feel kind of destabilizing in some ways, which often these things do. When we begin to see things from a different perspective, or, as people like to say, we start to go through these awakenings, they can be quite confronting. It's not always like blissful puppies and rainbows and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it can be startling and kind of feels very warped, or you can become kind of really almost like a sense of depersonalization, or you look at the situation that you're in, the way that your life has been set up, the things that you have found so, meaningful, that you've put time and love into, and suddenly they start to begin to feel quite different. And, I would say that when we begin these processes, when they start to really ramp up in our lives, I think that it's really good to remind ourselves that it won't always feel this way, right? We gain new information, we have new insights, the data is flooding in, but we really should be careful to temper ourselves to becoming too reactive or jumping to conclusions. Sometimes it takes a period of time to let things kind of settle out. Now, the landscape might be changed, right? But that doesn't mean that the things that once were meaningful will not be meaningful again. Okay, so be careful not to abandon what is important to you during these periods of time when it seems like all this other stuff, takes priority. Okay. Now, we also have a person standing here, and it looks like they are holding on to, I almost imagine kind of a, like a bowl that has some kind of smoke coming out of it. And I almost kind of, in this stance, it almost seems kind of celebratory, but also maybe even kind of divining in a way. Kind of maybe scrying through this medium. And I think that there is a lot of passion here. I think that there's almost a sense of really heightened euphoria, or I guess kind of movements towards pleasure or sensuality, kind of almost like bacchanalian, maybe in a way. But I do think that this is very potent for you. This is going to be a time where I think that you kind of find really interesting inspiration, and maybe kind of find content and concepts and fragments of ideas and impressions and feelings to put into your creative work, or whatever passionate endeavors you have, if that is where you make your money, or if that is something that is kind of, you know, a hobby, or, you know, I don't know, maybe you're an artist and it's like you can't live without creating, you know, it's like breathing to you. But this will be a time where there is a lot of inspiration there, and it will come easily to you, and it maybe even will feel like it's coming on quickly and almost too fast. So, you know, taking documentation of, or note of it, and documenting the visions, the dreams, the synchronicities, the symbols, and all these things, so that when you are out of the thick of it, you can go back and kind of look for patterns as to, you know, what does this kind of all mean in the bigger picture? What are the strands of energies and themes and motifs and things that are kind of, you know, present here. Now, we also have the ship that we talked about at the beginning. And I feel like there's a movement of energy. I feel like you are coming out of kind of a more time that felt a little bit sedate, maybe a little slower, moving into this place that can almost feel, you know, kind of low key, like hypomanic or hypomania, or maybe a little bit manic. But there is happiness in this, you know. I feel like it is enjoyable, and there is that kind of jovial, full energy. We also have the moon reflected in the waters here. So, you know, I think that really you have, well, when do you not have that lunar energy, really? But yes, you do. You have that kind of night side energy. So I imagine the ship kind of going through those dark waters at night. You can imagine fireworks and you know, singing and dancing and kind of finding your way into places where you can just, you know, let loose, maybe have, you know, a little bit less inhibition. And, you know, I don't think that this is something that comes around often for Cancer, but when it does, you know, I think that you really do enjoy it. So make good use of it. Okay. Now I also see we have two people. It looks like they're kissing. You can see one here and one here. And so I do think there is a sense of coupling, or some kind of turn towards romance, or you know, kind of a union, if this is a union of aspects of self, if this is within a relationship that is already established, or if this is kind of, you know, somebody new in your life, somebody you're dating or pursuing, or whatever, they're pursuing you. I feel like there is tenderness there. There's a sense of, well, and we had said, you know, maybe some sensuality and enjoying one another's company, and you know, just, I think in some ways being able to reveal your feelings a little easier, you being able to communicate some of those deeper interior stirrings. I feel like in this time, for whatever reason, things are aligned in such a way where you feel that you are able to communicate that without kind of the anxieties that maybe, or even just that, you know, you get to the, you feel like you want to say these things, you're feeling them, but you don't really, you just hit a wall where it's like, I don't really know how to say this. I don't even know if I want to say it out loud, you know? And, but here, I think this is a time where, there's less of that hitting that wall. Okay. And let's see what we have going on over here. We have a 2. We have a 2. You have a turtle. Right here, you can see there's a turtle. So I feel like there's, you know, there is a sense of I don't think this is going to last long with this energy. I feel like we're going to go right into the slowing down once again, getting right back into that normal kind of slower pace of things. But I do feel like there's this sense of almost kind of magical thinking, this kind of putting out these emanations into the aether. And I think that they're devotional, they're of love, they're of yearnings, and maybe like reconnection or connections. And so I think this is really an important time for you to maybe indulge some of that. You know, I think through prayer, through meditation, through ritual or ceremony, making offerings and appeals and these kinds of things. You know, using, it feels like maybe like a very strong Mercury presence, and using that for these communications to go smoothly and to be received well, okay? All right, we're going to go into the Mary Magdalene Oracle cards. These are by Megan Watterson, illustrations by Moonjube. I'm just going to go ahead and flip through here. Stop where it feels right. And it says, I breathe. I reclaim my soul. Or the breath. I'm sorry. Why did I say it? The breath, I reclaim my soul. Yes, the breath, I reclaim my soul. I breathe. Yeah, that one's beautiful. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen this one. Let's do one more. Soul work. I am in service of love. Yes, I'm in service of love. The breath, I reclaim my soul. Love the energy. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, Cancer, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you, especially these bonus readings. I'm so happy when I have, you know, the time to do them and the energy to do them. I read late at night, so sometimes I just, I'm spent. So, if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel so much. If you haven't subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. If you have a channel, a small business, or some kind of service that you provide, you can go over to the community post section. The first post in that area, there is a place where you can advertise your work, or if you just like to kind of peruse what other people are posting, go check out some of their websites, their channels, their social medias. You know, let's all support each other here. I'm really, you know, I feel so blessed that so many of you support my work here. You support my husband's work over at Dove and Serpent Tarot. And so we both feel that, you know, we, where we can support your work as well. I mean, that's, you know, how it should be. And also he has the same post over on his community section at Dove and Serpent Tarot. And you can go over there and put your information on that one. He has tons of subscribers. So lots of people to see what's posted on there. And yeah, so anyways, I want to tell you I love you so much. And I appreciate you. And we will talk in a few days. Please take care of yourself. And good night.